With new colors, beginning with dark white. Oh, I've been giving up my stripes, painting with new colors, beginning with dark white.
Check 1, 2. All right, okay, we're gonna go ahead and begin. We're gonna start standing today in mountain posture. And if you see someone to your left or to your right, go ahead and introduce yourselves and just say hello. Someone you have not previously met, hopefully. All right. So, we're going to start a mountain posture. And I've been practicing for a good little while. And it's interesting that every posture kind of means something to you, different phases in your life. So just go ahead and kind of walk forward on your mat a little bit. I'm going to get right to it this morning. Welcome, my name is Jasher. It's a pleasure to be here with you. The yoga practice is one of the few practices that integrates every aspect of ourself: the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, the breath, the prana, the spiritus. And so, just kind of notice your feet. Sometimes there are some things you can only perceive with your feeling. You can't see them, you can't taste them or touch them, but you indeed can feel. And so right now you're just kind of getting in tune with this sense of feel, because the mountain doesn't think. The mountain can feel, but it does not think, because it's not going anywhere, so it doesn't need to think. And so this posture is about feeling, about being. And feel your feet connecting to the floor, like the mountain connects to the earth. It's this vortex of energy, this point, like a pyramid that no hands builded or built. And feel your legs become tall, your hips straight, your backbone straight. To be upright is not something that we're born doing. It's a learned thing to stand. For many, perhaps millennia, Kalyugs, we've evolved to this point. We've come to this point where we can stand. And so in the mountain posture, we're honoring this ability to stand. This thing that we learned, that we bumped our head a myriad of times and fell and toiled over, but now we stand, and sometimes we take it for granted that we stand and then we have two legs. But the feeling here is the feeling of being on top of the mountain and being the mountain, not just on top of the mountain, but being the mountain. So bring your palms to your chest, and I call this Anahata Tadasana, the heart mountain. In the heart of the mountain, the mystics say, is treasure, is gold, precious stones. And so you're tuning into the treasure of your own heart, perhaps the most fertile ground on the planet, wherein any thought you put there will take root and grow in your life. And so set your attention today, but like maybe in your mind you think it would take 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. But right now you're on top of it. You've already been there. Time is just the illusion of process. But you've already been there. And the feeling you're going to catch is the feeling of already being. That's the mountain. Not that you're going to be. Already be. You're going to be is the feeling of not having. Already being is already being. The mountain is never going to be. It already is. This is the Tadasana. So just find this feeling and breathe into it all the way deep in your lungs. And then breathe out. Breathe out where you were before you joined your mat this morning, and breathe in where you are now. And breathe out. And again, deep breath in. On, deep breath, go. Yes. And then go ahead and bring your hands into the lotus mudra and come up into a Tita Hasta Asana, arms all the way up overhead. And you're going to feel maybe your hips unbuckle a little bit, so you want to bring your hips forward. Keep all 10 toes on the mat. Keep your legs strong. And you're just going to feel the fascia lengthen a little bit here. Good. And just breathe. Yeah. And breathe in from your feet to the fingertips all the way in. And then you're going to flow from the fingertips all the way down to the feet. And there's the release of the breath. Good. Find your shin bones and parallel your spine to the floor. Good. And then fold all the way down. And then find your hips and come back up. Mountain posture. Fly your arms over the head. Breathe in. And hold the breath in at the fingernails. 3, 2, 1. And then fold back up. All the way down. Good. Yeah. And again, halfway lift. And all the way fold. Good. And again, find your hands, hips, straight spine, come all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. So your practice is about expansion, space. Good. And the hips come forward. And then fold all the way again. Breathe. Yeah. And then again, a little lift. Find your hips. And then fold. Find your hips again. This time press the pads of 10 fingertips into the floor. And just kind of like you're walking in place. Just walk your knees kind of into your chest. And you're just kind of breathing into these spaces here. Yeah. Good. And then find again your hands to your shins or fingers to the floor. And as you lift your chest, you're going to notice a couple of things here. Your chest is going to go one direction, your hips the other, and the navel lifting up to the ceiling. And then again, fold all the way down. And fly your arms all the way up above you. Breathe in. Good. And then lace your fingers, cross your thumbs. Good. Grip your toes into the floor. Lengthen, breathe in. And then just come over to your left side. Good. And then come back up. And over to the other side. Good, breathe. And then come all the way back up, breathe in. And then free your grip and fly your arms to the side walls, all the way down. Good. And this time separate your feet a little bit and grab your elbows into ragdoll. Right into ragdoll. Good. And then just kind of shake your head yes and no, maybe. Breathe. Relax the cervical spine or the neck. Kind of find the balls of the feet and the 10 toes. So you feel the front of your leg activate a little bit stronger. Good. 2, 1. Again, bring your elbows to your knees, release your grip, and just kind of lift your chest a little bit. Just a little bit, yeah. And then on the out breath, lift the hips, drop the chest down to the floor, and fold. Good. And again, come up, elbows to knees, little lift. So just kind of shallow here, goddess. Shoulders broad. So you kind of get stuff in your shoulders, and we're just kind of releasing that. Good support system in the core. And then again, on the out breath, lift the hips, soften the chest. Good, and just move. Again, the yoga practice is this flowing meditation. Good, come back up. Sometimes we think we need to do more, and really, the key is to do less. To do less, but nothing is undone, right? And that's a flow. Sometimes we're doing so much because we're out of balance with ourselves. So the yoga is about finding this. And then bring your hands down, and you're going to walk your feet right back into the down dog. Right back into the down dog. And you're just going to kind of melt your heels into the floor. Lift your hips up high. Open your fingers wide. And keep the breath deep and continuous. Deep and continuous. Yeah. Good. Yeah. 2, and then 1. We're going to come up into tabletop. So come up into tabletop. Yeah. And just open the fingers up wide. And just kind of move around a little bit. Yeah. Just breathe. Good. And then you're just going to kind of, on the out breath, come all the way down. And then on the in-breath, you're just going to sweep up. There's your little cobra. Shoulders down your back, belly in. Good. And then press the knees. Come into child's pose, balasana. Balasana. So just kind of breathe here. Melt heels and hips together. And feel your arms kind of lengthen. So you're kind of pressing away from your arms. And you feel some softness in your chest. Good, breathe. Yeah. And when the forehead kind of meets the earth, it's just kind of like the release of any unneeded thoughts, any of the unessentials. Good, breathe, yeah. I know. 2, yeah. 1, good. Let's come back into tabletop and we'll just flow. Table, low chaturanga all the way down. Again, minimal in your effort here, but focused in your energy. Lift, Cobra, Bhujangasana. And then roll over your toes, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog posture. Good. And when you're here, you're going to elevate your right heel up high and just kind of come over to your left side. And just kind of make a little circle here, round and round, both directions. Good. And then reach up and release. Come into a floating tabletop. Just hover the knees off the floor about 1/2 inch. And then take your back, really important here to do this. So if you're collapsing into your shoulders, you want to pull like you're doing a fly, right? Like you're here, you want to pull your shoulders broad so that your back is rounded. You feel that? Feel the rounding in the back? Good, so you're not, there you go. Right, like you're like flexing in the mirror like this, it's that, so you're not in your shoulders. There's a lot more strength in your back than your shoulders. Good, come back into downward facing. Should feel a little relief there. And then when you're set, bring your left heel up on the inspire, and then over to your right side on the expire. So you're working in two directions. As the right heel kind of roots down, the left knee will lift up. So you're kind of like scissor opening, like the arms of a scissor. Good. And the chest is coming to the top of the foot. The fingers stay open and the breath stays deep. Good. And then you're just going to kind of reach back up on your toe and release. Good. Deep breath in here and big sigh. Deep breath, go. Good. Look at the shin bones and walk your hands back to your shins. Back. Good. And there's a little lift there, Ardha Uttanasana, and the forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. And then fly the arms all the way up like the wings of an eagle. Good. And then right to mountain pose. Or the finch. You guys see the little finches on the sign over here? They made a nest in the sign. I don't know how happened. But they're these beautiful finches. They got these like red chest. I don't know what. Finch come all colors apparently. Okay, so just kind of walk forward. I don't know, lately I like walking from the front of my mat to the back of my mat. I don't know, it's something cool about it. Reach up. And then here's the chair. Utkatasana. Lotus mudra. Breathe. Yeah, that's it. And just kind of, just sway a little bit from side to side. Again, there's a flow. It's like the music and the body is the instrument, and you just play the body like an instrument, and it makes this beautiful music. It's different than just like this idea of pain and gain, and you got to push harder and harder. What you fight to get, you're going to have to fight to keep. So when you just create this flow, it's like nature. Nature doesn't fight to do anything, it just flows. And by flowing, it does what it does without any effort at all. It's just part of its nature to be. To be. Good. Breathe in here, and then forward fold. Breathe all the way down. Good. Again, halfway lift. Hands down, feet back. Exhale. Good. Now, you have your option for tabletop, we already went over earlier, or plank position. Again, there's all different levels, doesn't really matter, you just use the one that's best for you. Again, round your back a little bit, lock your navel, squeeze the inner thigh like you're holding a block there. Open your fingers, find the tips, high plank, tippy toes. You're right on top of the toe, good. And then halfway down, chaturanga, or all the way down, good. Drop the knees and then sweep up, upward facing. Good, and then roll over your toes or past tabletop, downward facing. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in, on, deep breath, go. Good. Left heel comes up, feet together, breathe, yeah. And then release. And the right heel comes up. And hover your right knee in between both arms. And then again, lift the navel up. Lift the navel up. Good. Open the fingers wide. Feel your back rounding so you're not struggling here. You have plenty of strength on demand whenever you need it. And then come back up. Come back up. Good. And then hover your knee again. Hover your knee again. This time you're going to land your knee down. You're going to land your knee down. And you're just kind of opening your shoulders broad. Opening your fingers broad. Lifting your navel high. Good. You feel that? So a lot of times we're compressing, like gravity is compressing, so you want to counteract that. So just kind of easy pigeon here. Fingers open wide. Good. Now tuck your left toe under, lift your left knee, point your right toe to the back wall, lift your navel up. Good. Fingers are open wide, so you're like a gecko. You can press into your fingertips. And now you're just going to lift your knee up above your elbow. Good. Lower down. Breathe in. Good, lower down. Good, 5. Good, down. 4. Down. 3. Down. 2. Last one. Come all the way up. All the way up. Good, you're just kind of lifting your right foot, lowering your left heel. And then you're going to glide your knee through your ribs, and we're going to step right through. Yeah, And just kind of move here, move. Yeah, just move. Breathe. Good. Set your left knee down. Good. And then sweep your fingers back and then up. Good, breathe. So you're lifting out of your chest. Hips are neutral. Good, and then open. Open. And then you're gonna rotate, lace the fingers together at the back. Good. Pasarita hands. Breathe. Two. Good. And then free your grip. Come forward. Good. And we're just gonna a little Ardha Hamunasana, just a little one. Just a little one. Breathe. And then come forward. Good. Fingers in front of your toes. Good. Lift your knee up. Yeah? Okay. Now you're gonna float right into Warrior 3 set. Step together. Find your hips. Good. Again, halfway lift. Hands down, feet back into downward facing dog posture. Good. Double leg lift, right heel comes up. Breathe. Ha. On release. Good. Left heel comes up. And then hover your left knee between both arms. Both arms. Hover, hover. Lift. Lift. Good, come back up. Reach, so right heel down, left heel up, and then hover again for a second time. And this time, lower down. Good. Just kind of find your shoulders, open your fingers, breathe, breathe. Good. You can do much more than you think you can if you know how to like match intensities, like in great intensity and great rest, right? And find those points where you can recover and still stay in the game. That's the key. So we're still in the game here, but the game's kind of playing itself. Good. And now you're gonna pick up your right knee, point your left toe, find the interior of your left arm and come up past your elbow with your navel locked, and then lower down. Lift up, breathe in, lower down. Good, here we go. 5, down. 4, down. 3, no junk, down. 2, down. 1, down. And then all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Good. Now glide your knee through your ribs, step on through, step on through. Good. And then soften your right knee down. Arms come up, 2 columns, low, crescent lunge. Breathe, breathe. And then slowly open, open. Just kind of feel the heart center. Navel to nose, finger to finger, branch to branch. And then come down, lace up behind you. Now you've already did that grip, so come to the other grip, and then reach your shoulders broad, breathe. 2, good. And then 1, free your grip, frame your left leg. Ardha Hamunasana, straighten your left knee, just a little checkpoint. We're not gonna go deep here. Good, 2, and then 1, you're gonna come back forward. Look, you're gonna walk your fingers in front of your left foot. Lift up, very easily, open your left toes. Good, Warrior 3 set, feet together. Find your shin bones, halfway lift. Find your hips all the way forward. Good. Fly your arms all the way up. Utthita Asana. Good. Find chair. Utkatasana. Good. And just kind of soften your hips side to side. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. And when you're ready, Utkatasana 2. Come up onto your tippy toes. Tippy toes. Yeah. Breathe. Good, and then come all the way back up. And then reach Lotus Mudra, mountain, heels up, tall. Tall. Good. And then ground your heels. Good. And just breathe. So you're going to take your left foot, your left hand, right wrist, and just going to breathe over. Good. Come back up. Change your grip. Good. Step together. Breathe in. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then breathe out. Reverse ragdoll. Grab your elbows. Grab your elbows. Hamstrings, elbows, yeah. Good. Press down through your heels, lift up through your hips. Forehead to your shin bone, torso to your thighs. Neck is soft. Breathe. Yes. Good. Find your shin bone or fingertips to the floor. Half lift a little bit. Good. And then hands down, feet back. Hands down, feet back. Let's take a little vinyasa or go straight to down dog. Your choice. Your choice. Breathe. Aha. Good. Bring it back. Yeah. Double leg lift, feet together. Left heel comes up. Left heel comes up. Yes. On, release. Good. Right heel comes up. Glide your knee through your ribs. Step through. Step through. Good. Take your left foot over 3 inches. So you want to go from 9 to 10:30. You're in warrior 1. Now before you come up, head higher than your chest. Chest is forward, shoulders are back. Navel is zipped in. Your back foot's at a 45. Arms in 2 palms. Virabhadrasana. 1. 1. Good. Breathe. Aha. So you want your hips forward. Go ahead and grab the elbows. And again, like your roots are in the ground and your trunk is growing to the sun. You don't want to feel compressed here. You want to feel space, but rooted as well. And your knee should be just pinky toe side. Yep, good. Lengthen. And then arms in 2 poles. Aha. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Good. And then fly your arms. Fly your arms. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Soften the knee down. Left knee comes down. Good. Right knee comes straight. Good. And then look, walk forward like a tiger, right? Like a tiger. Warrior 3 set. Good. Step together. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good again, halfway lift. Good, hands down, feet back, chaturanga or plank position. Take a little vinyasa, tabletop, your choice. Just move, just move. Good, once you're back, double leg lift, right leg comes up. On the inspire, just a little checkpoint here, and release. Good, left leg comes up. Left leg comes up, glide your knee through your ribs, step on through. Good, back foot a little bit over to the right side, heel at a 45, 130, head higher than your chest, arms in 2 palms, navel lock, Uddiyana Bandha, Vira 1. Good, and grab your other elbow, and again, you're like lengthening, you're creating space, so gravity is compressing you, but you're lengthening through your intentionality. Good, beautiful, yes. And then arms come up, 2 columns, ha. Hold your ground, 2, 1, fly hands down. Good. Pivot onto the ball of your right foot. Drop your right knee down. Ardha Hamunasana. Left leg goes back. Heel over your hip. Good. Yeah. And then slowly come forward like a tiger. Stay. So the trick is to keep your armpit onto your knee, right? Your fingers in front of your toes. And then you're just going to spring up with a good grounding on your left foot. Good. Warrior 3 means your toe points down. Chest reaches forward. Hips square up. And then soften the feet together, halfway lift. All the way full. Very good. Fly the arms up, fly the arms up. Good, this time, lace your fingers together and then heel the palm comes up. Good, so you want to bring your hips forward. Good, spine long. Quads, glutes strong. Good. Grip your toes. We're going to the left side. Lengthen, breathe in, and then over. Grip your toes. Good, come back up. Good, right side. Good, come back up, breathe in. Free your grip. Hold the breath. 3, 2, 1, reverse ragdoll all the way down. Grab your elbows. And now from reverse ragdoll, you can keep your elbows here or bring your hands in front. We're gonna go to toe stand Prapadasana. Prapadasana. Easy, so you just wanna lift. Balance is about counterbalance, yeah. Breathe. Breathe. Now you're gonna lift up a little bit. Bring your elbows in front of you. There's a little option for Bakasana here. You can go to Bakasana or you can come right into down dog, right? So Bakasana and then right to down dog. Good. Once you're in down dog, double leg lift. Left heel comes up. Good. And release. Good. Right heel high. Step through. Vira 1. Vira 1. Warrior 1. Good. Breathe. Aha. Good. 2. Warrior 2. Good. Aha. Yeah. Good. Now this is flow 2, just a little bit. So reach up and then flow 2. Good. And 2 again. Good. And then take your back hand, your left hand to your right hip bone. Good. Flip your palm up. Sun Warrior. So we're in Sun Warrior. Now look, we're gonna come right to Warrior 3. So free your hands. Look, so you're gonna come down, compress down, so the heel spirals up, yeah? Hands are directly in front of your foot, and then you're just gonna fly right to Warrior 3. Right to Warrior 3. Good, feet together. Halfway lift. All the way fold. Good. Again, halfway lift, you can grab Bakasana on your way back or just meet up in down dog. You can go to crow first, then down dog, or just straight to down dog. Good. And then once you're there, double leg lift, right heel comes up. Yes. And release. Ha. Good. Left heel high. Left heel, right? Yeah. Good. Step through. Step through. Good. Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1. Good. So see if you can get your back heel on the mat, 45. So if you're at 3 here, you want to be about 130. Good. So you're holding your space. You're holding your space. And then open right to 2. Vira 2. Good. Pull your arms apart. Yeah. Good. And on your 2, you can flow right into 2 in the here, or you can flow up. Sometimes I like to go up, it just keeps more space. But you want, this is the double block. Remember, Warrior 2 is the double block. Warrior 1 is holding your space. Good. Come back to 2, front of your mat. Good. Wrap your right hand to your hip bone. Good. Left hand forward. Left hand forward. Good. Sun Warrior. And then fly both hands down. Warrior 3 set. So remember, spiral your right heel up. Good. And then fly. Warrior 3. Vira 3. Aha. Yeah. Good. York. Yep. Feet together. Find your lift. And your fold. Good. Come all the way up. Slow. Slow. Good. So separate your feet a little bit. Separate your feet. Take your right hand, bring it back. Good. So my grip is going to be here, okay? This is going to feel weird, but once we get into our back bend, it's going to feel better. Now, back bend or heart opening, heart rising, as Rob always says, is about the top third of your spine. So just the thoracic part of your spine right here. Just right here. This part of your spine, the lumbar, middle back, neutral, okay? So you're going to cartwheel here, fingertips pointing up skyward. Feet are going to go wide. So normally we don't do this, but sometimes you got to find your place to start. And you can peel your toes out a little bit. That's okay. Okay? Now, these are what's going to help you support your little back. So you want your hips staying over your knees. Lift out of your chest. Lift out of your chest. Good. And then you can start to lift up. Heart rising, heart rising, heart rising. Good. Just feel your chest so you're reaching your hand back. Good. This part of your chest. Good. Lift. Just that part lifts. Yeah, there you go. Feel that. Good. Head is secondary. Chest is primary. As in life, right? Good. And then slowly come up. And gently just hang loose. Wide leg, forward bend. Good. Breathe. Good. Breathe. Good. Now come into Goddess. Right into Goddess. Good. Breathe. Cool. So you're sealing your palms together, right? Chest high, shoulders back, belly in. So that's how you're going to feel in your crow or crane, Bakasana. So you're lifting your chest, shoulder blades back, navel tucked. You're sealing your palms so you feel the strength of your inner thigh. That's usually the start, is your elbows are below the knee. Okay? And then come up. Squeeze your legs together. Just like on a chaturanga, your weight comes forward and up at the same time. Good. 1 and then 2. And then come back. Come back. Good. Double leg lift. Double leg lift. Left heel comes up. Left heel comes up. Good. Step on through. Good. And just kind of like find this little space here. Find this little space. Good. Just kind of stay low. Low lunge. Low lunge. Good. And then Ardha Hamanasana. Good. And then come forward. 3. Step. Good. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. Again, halfway lift. Right back to down dog. Good. Right heel comes up. Good. Step on through. Good. Just kind of land your left knee down. Lunge. Good. Breathe. And just kind of come back. Back to 3 set. Good. And release. Good. Again, halfway lift. All the way forward.
Feels like nothing is around, still stepping.
Good. Now listen up. We're going to go halfway lift. Right leg, big step back. Now we're going to step back this way. So you're here, right? Your right knee drops down. Left leg comes up. Good. And release. Right heel comes up. Step on through. Good. Now chest forward, shoulders back, belly in. Crescent lunge. So now crescent lunge is partly a back bend. So we prepped this already. Hips are neutral. Ball of the foot comes up. Good. And now look, come forward. Lace. And then come up again. Good. Breathe. 2. 1. Good. Release your grip. Frame your front leg. Drop your left knee down. Ardha Hamanasana. Good. Now come forward. Walk forward. So you're just kind of dragging your left knee, right? And then levitate. Good. Step together. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Fly up. And fold all the way down. Again, halfway lift. Left leg, big step back. Good. Drop your left knee down. Left knee down, right? And then send the right leg straight up. Good. Breathe. Yeah. Good. And release. Good. Left heel up. Good. Step on through. Step on through. Good. And just kind of breathe in here, crescent. All the way up. Up we go. Aha. Good. Breathe. See if you can straighten the pit of your right knee. Arms high. Aha. Breathe. Good. Yeah. And then come down. Go to your other grip. Good. And release. Up. Breathe. Aha. 2, 1. Free your grip. Frame your left leg. Drop your right knee down. Ardha Hamunasana. Good. Chin, chest forward, fold, and then come. Just stay low. Stay low. Good. So come back so that your armpits to your knee, hands in front of your foot, levitate. Vira 3. Vira 3. Good. Step together. Halfway lift. All the way. Good. Fly the arms up. All the way up. Good. Sit to chair. Utkatasana. Good. You want to calm through on your right leg. Left leg, right heel comes up. Calm through on your left leg. Right heel comes up. Good. So just stay there. Let's see if we can just kind of hold here. Hold here. Just hold. And look, we're just going to come back. Warrior 3 set. Warrior 3 set. Good. Breathe. Step together, halfway lift. All the way fold. Good. Fly up. And then find your right side column all the way down. Good. So left leg is out. Good. And you're just going to come forward. Again, stay scrappy. We've already prepped this many times. So your chest is forward, heel is back, knee is straight. Breathe. Shoulders are broad, belly in. Step together. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. Fly on up. Good. So you're already columning in through your left side. Sit down. Left side columns, right heel comes up. Good. This time you're going to cross over. Good. And your palms are going to come to your right ear. Belly in. Now you can just stay here if you'd like. Left knee. Or, yeah. Right knee, left elbow. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Now from here, look, we're going to come here. Step back. You're in your lunge position. Good. Take your left hand, sweep your trunk. And take your right elbow, come over. Now you're in your prayer twist. At your lunge position. Lunge position. Good. And then we're going to come up into prayer twist. You guys can open up. Some of you may want to go into side crow. Again, all different levels. There's a little side crow option here, however you want to go. Otherwise, you can stay in revolve Papadasana toe stand. Good. It helps if you have pants on sometimes. Other side, other side. So remember the key here on your Parivrtta Bakasana is, or Bakasana B, is that you want to have your knee above your elbow, okay? It's kind of hard to take flight if your knee is like right on your elbow. So you gotta, there's a weird step here where you gotta like lengthen that, okay, and then lock that. So you lengthen out past, just like that. Yep, York, you got it. You feel the difference? Okay? Yeah, slippery. Okay, so now we're here. Let's go into another variation of toe stand. Knees out wide. So we're gonna get into we don't really do this one that often, but we've kind of already prepped crow. So you're in here, okay? Polly Zink calls this leaping frog or flying something. He doesn't really have a name for stuff, but it's like this. There is an arm balance here. It's just super sketchy, okay? Not really recommended. All right, but it's kind of like doing frog, but your arm bounce too. Cool? All right, so now we're going to come together. Come together. Good. Breathe. Find your heels to the floor, halfway lift. Find your hip bones all the way full. Good. Fly your arms all the way up. And as you're flying up, you're finding the right side column, and then you're just kind of sitting down. Good. This leg is up. Monk twist. Cross over. You don't want to wrap like on eagle. You want to stay flexed so you have more stability. Again, this time you're on your left ear. Your right elbow, femur bone. Again, completely optional here. Completely optional. You can have palms still together, fingertips, your choice. Okay, and there's a beautiful counter twist right here. So we're going to come up, single leg. I call this tiger or single leg mountain, Ekapada Tadasana, and then you're going to step back. Good. And the way I like to get to the prayer twist is just take your right hand, pull the organs up, and then around comes your left elbow, your right femur bone. There's your prayer twist. Pit of the left knee comes up, left heel comes forward. Good, breathe. Now you can step together. There's your prayer twist on chair. And then lift your heels up first, then bring your hands down. Now, prep. So, take your arm, bring your knee up to your shoulder. Now, lock your navel in, open your fingers wide, bring your hips higher than your chest, and then take flight, right? Then take flight. Good, and then when you're there, a little counter twist, yeah? Oh. Ooh, nice one, Lisa. Cool. Get some water, guys, get some. Looks like morning. I did have an iced coffee around here somewhere. Is it in there? Working hard on a Sunday morning. Someone's got to do it, right? All right. We don't really get to do this one a lot, but I feel like we're pretty open for this. So if you don't have 2 blocks, why don't you go ahead and grab 2 blocks? So you want to have 2 blocks, and you're just going to put them up in front of your mat like so. Alright, which one's mine? Is that one mine? It's the light one. Alright. Okay. So, we're here, right? Let's just come forward, come forward. Just kind of lift. Good, breathe. Alright, so we're just going to kind of come forward. So you're in seat, right? You're in seat. Can you just kind of find your hands and just kind of lift? Lift. Okay, yeah? Lower. Good. Hamstrings, point. Chest, shoulders back. Good. Lift, up. So lower down. So the trick here is that you're not in your wrist, that you're utilizing the full surface area of your hand, almost like you're on your fingertips. If you can go fingertips, it's even better, okay? And then come down. And then lift. Good. And then come down. Now, see where your hands are? See if you can do this. Can you guys do this? Do that. Just show me that. Yeah? You got it? Maybe? So your palms are pointing down. Palms are down. It's gonna feel better. Okay, now come forward. Now see if you can just kind of lift here. Yeah, you feel that? And then there's like a little tricep dip thing that, Okay, cool. That just kind of helps prep that. Okay, good. Good. All right, let's go. One more. So, hands. Right, so you got to cross. Good, show me your palms. Maybe, okay? And then come down and up. Good, lift, yeah. You guys are good. Good, yeah. Okay, come on. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna cross the ankles. Roll back. And just kind of hold mid-boat, okay, back. Look, seat, table, plank, down dog. Good, just walk it out, super good, walk it out, yeah. Double leg lift, left heel comes up, and release, Good, right heel comes up, there we go. Step on through. Now, find me warrior 2 feet. So your back foot's just off of 9, about 9:30. Look, head higher than your chest, shoulders back, belly in. Left hand comes back, and then cartwheel. Look, we're gonna go right to sun warrior. So cartwheel around, sun, back. So you're lifting your armpit up, fingers back, hips low. Aha. Good. Forearm comes down. Look, sweep. Good. Now, come back around. So you're here, but we're going to go functional here. Block. Okay? Now back here, good. Now, sun. Good. Form. Sweep. Now, option to go extended side angle. So you're pressing down, and first step is to lift your shoulder. So just kind of come here. Good. And then you can kind of rotate parallel to your shoulder, and then there's your angle there. Okay. Wrap around back to sun warrior. Good. Shine. Now, pivot into your left hip socket, okay? So you're straightening your right knee, pivot, right? Like you have some attitude, like pop your hip, yep. Okay, and then you're gonna find this block right here. Now, very careful, be mindful, maybe a little micro bend is the protocol for your knee, okay? So you're gonna press down through your right palm, and then we've already kind of prepped the hamstring with Ardha Hamanasana here, so we're kind of good, okay? Now, just take your hand, sweep it on the inside of your right bicep, tricep, okay? You're gonna stack your shoulder on top, and then arm comes up. Good.
So I've been giving up my stride.
Good. And then look, you can take this arm, bring it back, and then you can slice it forward into like a side angle variation.
Oh, I've been giving up my stride.
And now look, keep your space, your trunk lengthened. Take your left hand, press it down on your block. Good. And then just take your chest forward. Good. And then you can just take this arm. There's a revolved option, but actually this morning we're just gonna bind. So you're just taking this arm, binding it over to your left hip bone and lift. Yeah. Good, right? Good. 2, 1. Okay. Now, frame your right foot. Okay? Spiral your left heel up. Okay? Now, place your left palm down. Okay? Now, you can take the left knee down, left toe off, and take this right foot, sweep it back into your side plank, or stack your ankles, Vastasthasana. Okay? Any variation? Good. Good. Yeah. Aha. Good. Steady. And come to your three-legged down dog, Ekapada Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Good. Heel to your middle back. Come into your high plank. High plank. Good. Halfway down or all the way down. Good. Land your knees and then upward facing. Aha. Good. Roll it back. Downward facing. Good. Breathe in. On, breathe, go. Double leg lift. Right heel comes up. Good. And release. Good. Left heel up. Step on through. Warrior to the feet. So you want to be about 230. Take your right fingers back and then cartwheel. Good. Left hip bone. And then there's your sun warrior all the way back. Good. Forearm to your thigh bone. Side angle. Right hand sweeps. Good. And then come back to your sun warrior. Take your right hand, your left hand, and then find your block. Put it on the interior of your ankle, right? Good. And then sun warrior again. Good. This time, come back to side angle, float. And then now if you want to, press your left hand down. Good. Yeah, so you're pressing down through your hand. Good. And then, right there, feel that? Good. Yep. It's time to be a man and leave. Feel that? So you can press down and then lift up, just like that. Perfect. Yeah. Good. And then come back around. Left hip bone. Palm. Parallel. Good. Sun warrior. Good. Now you're straightening your left knee. Maybe even bring your foot back a little bit. Pivot to your right hip socket. And then you come down. So you have your shin or your block. Okay? Good. And then you can open up. Good. Now you can stay here, triangle, or we can go again on an angle. Right back, same arm position as side angle. Good. With triangle legs. Yeah. Good. And then slowly release your right hand down onto the block. Good. And then just kind of take your left hand, bring it out. Good. And then just wrap it around your block. There's your revolved. Good. And you're just kind of pressing down through your right palm, lifting up through your shoulder. Good. Yeah. 2, 1. Release. Good. Frame your left leg. Good. Spiral your back heel up. Good. The little counter twist here. Press through your right palm. Drop your right knee down. Right toe off the mat. Left leg floats back. Good. Or you can go right to side plank. Good. Vastasthasana. Breathe. Breathe. Yes. Deep breath in. Deep breath go. Good. And then come to three-legged down dog. Ekapada. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Left heel to your middle back. Good. Come into high plank. Find your right big pinky toe. Good. Come halfway down and bring your weight forward, right? And then land your knees upward facing. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath go. Good. Double leg lift. Left heel comes up. Left heel, yep, and release. And then your right heel comes back up. Let's find dragon. Outside your right arm. Good. Yeah, breathe. You could do single leg curl too if you want to now. You could do it. Good. So like just kind of bring this this left knee down, yeah? Left. Good. Breathe. So you're in. Good. And now look, just take your right hand and wrap around. Wrap around. Good. So your thumb is to your pinky toe, right? Good. Now if you have a block, you can take your block and just bring it down and just kind of really just secure, untuck your toe, secure. Look, there's your little bind right there or there. You got it, Brad, yep. You got it, yeah? Okay. Now, slowly press off your block, come around. Now, I don't teach this one a lot, okay? But there is an arm balance where you kind of come around. Lisa doesn't like this one. No. So it's kind of weird. You can actually just come here and then there's a really good hip opener, okay? But if you kind of come back around, it's here. I'm actually going to show you another way to get to it, okay? So you're going to stay here. Let's go to dragon. Back to dragon, okay? Lift up your knee. Left knee. Now bring your left heel down like you're going to warrior 2. Now you're going to walk your hands to your back foot. Pick up your left heel. Then bring your hands inside your knee. Pick up your left heel first, then come down. Okay, so here's the ingress. So from here, just watch, so stay there. From here, you're gonna crawl forward. There's a momentum and you just come right into it, okay? So you just have to kind of know your placement. So you're here, I'm gonna do it again. You're here, you walk forward, good. Your hand is here, right? Your elbow comes in, point your toe back, and then there's, yeah, like that, you got it, you got yours. Yep, point your toe, okay, yep. Pull your elbow into your rib, yeah. Good, breathe. Singley's got it, yep. So now come back, here's your counter twist. Here's your counter twist, so you're here. Okay, so a lot of you guys are like, we're right there, right? So the key though is once you're here, you're in chaturanga. Just think of chaturanga, then your toe comes down. So your head, remember your head has to come down so your foot can come up. And then your elbow comes into your rib. Yeah, she's got it, right? So let's just try it one more time. So let's just come back into low warrior. Yeah, just like that, low warrior. Breathe. Okay, now we can come into a variation, so we can just go namaste hands. Anjali. Good. And then again, sometimes slow is hard, right? So you want to stay low. So stay low. Find your inlet, and look, walk, slow motion. Now, the right thumb comes to the pinky toe. Hips have to come up high. So you're on the big toe of your left foot, and then your right toe points back. Head comes forward, elbow comes into your rib, and then you come up. Okay? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you got to point the toe, right? Breathe, breathe. Good. Yeah, point your toe, elbow to your rib, head forward, right? Point your toe back, right, Kate? Yeah, release your right toe, there you go. Pull your elbow in, pull your left elbow in, head forward, then throw your leg up. Yep, just like that. Yeah, she got it, cool. Now like from here, now you're here, so then you can just kind of come right into your twists. And then I always like, as a little bonus, it always feels like it's a good counter. I'm right around here, and then I just come around. You're already in your bind, okay, because the shoulders are already open, and then there's a bird of paradise that goes really nice on that flow. Okay, it's all about counter twisting, even if you just go into your bind, okay? Good, and then from bird of paradise, let's all meet in tree. Vrikshasana. Somehow we got into tree. I don't know how we got into tree. Good, breathe, breathe. Good, I just like to hit Prasarita hands here for a moment. It feels so good in tree. For some reason at the end of the practice, it's really good. And then hands to your heart. Hands to your heart. And then there's an option here, Parivrita Parangustasana, two ways, right? So we have the right hand, you can come out to your knee. So you can actually stay here, right? You can also come here, look, here, okay? Other one, here, you can go right to there. Yeah, good. Now look, come forward. Tiger, single leg mount. Look, you're here, look. Tap, tap. Left leg comes straight up. Good, step dragon, step dragon. See, eventually there's a flow I want to get to you guys where it just like, all this comes together. It's just, we got so many different levels in here. The Oath of Hippocrates, do no harm, that's the first rule, so I'm always ultra hesitant, okay? But it's good. There's always another flow. right? There's always another flow. Okay, so you're in your dragon. Now remember we had a block here, so go ahead and grab that block. Okay, and remember this left thumb to left pinky toe, okay? You have your block here, and then if you just like really just weight your right hip bone all the way down, you can kind of bind and just keep the left knee pulled into your shoulder. That's the key here. Yeah. There you go. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. Good, right? Good? Okay. All right, so from here, come back up to your dragon. Now, pick up your right knee. Pick up your right knee. Bring your right foot down. Now, pick up your right toe, or your right heel. Your right heel, point, and then look, all the way to your hands. Lower down like an elevator. Good. There it is. Chest lifting. Okay. Now remember the ingress, right? So as we're walking forward, the hip comes up, the arm comes out, the toe comes back, and then there's the arm balance. Right? Yeah, just point the toe back, right, Pam? Good? So you gotta kind of like, it's weird. It's weird. Look, so here's the trick. Come back up. The trick is if you try to go over the toe, it doesn't want to do that. But if you just kind of come around and then point it there and then back, it'll happen. So you can't usually go over top of it. You gotta like go this way and then around, right? Yeah, just like that. There you go. You got it, baby. Yeah. Good. What's that one, Lisa? I don't know. That's cool though. I know. Look, the other. I know, it doesn't work. Look. The other option. Here, I'm gonna give you guys. I got you. Look. Okay. Hey, we just found a new one, right? So you don't have to. You can come here, pull your knee above your elbow, single leg. Yeah, easy breezy. Okay, so, yeah, my girls got it, yep. See, it's like, do you see that? So it's like you gotta come, rather than try to go like this way, you gotta like come around the side of it and then up, right? And then you're here, remember that one? There's your counter. And then there was the bind right here. The bind, side angle, then there's your bird of paradise, right? And then I always like go bird of paradise right into tree, Vrikshasana. It's like it feels like it's the first day of summer. I know technically it's like we got like another couple weeks, but good one, Sue. And then tree. Good, and just breathe. And then the hands come here to the heart. Good. And then again from here, you can grab the knee or the peace finger, and then voila. Or here. Good. And then remember, we're gonna come right to center. Good. Low. Good, and just tap your left knee. Right leg comes back. Good, and release. Good, high plank. All the way down. Good, let's come right in the Sphinx pose. We got some Bob Marley going on. All right. All right. Good, just lift up, breathe. Take your right knee, just bring it up. Good. So you're going to take your right arm, reach it out, palm facing downward. Left arm, lace it underneath, palm facing upward. So we got a lot of hips and shoulders and chest today, so we're just going to go into the yin version of some of these postures. Breathe. Yeah. Good. Deep breath in. On. Deep breath go. Good, and just go ahead and let your right shoulder open all the way up and recline onto your back. A little supine twist. So your right knee is going to recline to your left side with the help of your left hand. So yeah, let your left hand come to the outside of your left knee. Now, if it's available, you can let your left hand come to the outside of your left foot, right where your pinky toe is. Good, and just reach all the way to the side. Pinky toe side, yeah? Yeah, good. So straighten your right leg over to your left side. Pinky toe side. So grab your hand, palm faces the floor. Good. Yep, you got it, York. Yep. Good. Okay. And then if you want to, you can take the bottom of your foot, grab it with your right hand, and then your quadriceps in the picture as well. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Sometimes you can grab that foot with the other hand, maybe. Yeah. And just melt your back into the floor. Good. Breathe. 2. Yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm. Good. See if you can get that pinky toe side. Yes, you're gonna bend here. I don't know if it wants to do that today. Maybe, yeah. What does it say like that? Yeah. Yeah, you can. But you can grab that one though. Grab that one. Yeah. For some reason, this one isn't. Good. Breathe. And then gently release and just bring your both feet back and then just roll right back onto your stomach. Arms over your head. Elbows lengthen. Sphinx pose. Good. Come right to your left side. Left knee forward, left arm straight, palm down, right arm lacing underneath, palm up. Good. And just breathe in here. And just soften the body into the earth. You guys worked hard this morning. Good work. And then gently recline onto your back. Keep your left knee over to your right side. Place the right palm to the outside of the left knee. Or you can grab pinky toe side. So what you want to do is you want to bring this knee up, and then you want to grab there, and then you want to straighten that baby out if it's available. Then you can grab that toe over there. Now that's the trick right there. We figured it out. Breathe. Good. Deep breath in, and deep breath go. Again, just let the shoulder blades melt into the earth here once you find your positioning. 2 and 1. Good. Gently find your back and just center your hips onto the floor. Good. Just lie on your back for a moment here. You can go Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees splay out, knees splay out. Good, breathe. And gently, when you're ready, bring your knees together. Now, a couple options here. You can do block version of Setu Bandhasana, bridge posture, or Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow posture. Either way. So first of all, we're going to lift the hips up. Lift the hips up. Good. So let's just, So first thing, we're going to do this together. Place the palms like you're serving a platter. So place the palms up to the ceiling and then bring them under the hips. The hips become a platter. The fingers point to the side wall. There you go, just like that. Walk your elbows together, very high. Good. Okay, so your palm comes under your hip. Good. So your hips are feeling really high right here. Good. And your back is starting to open up, chest muscles softening. Okay, walking your elbows together. Now, you're going to keep the hips where they are, but then bring the palms beside your ears. Good. Elbows come over the wrists. Good. Walk your feet together a little bit, heels under your knees, and then you're just going to press into your hands and touch the crown of your head on the floor. Good. And then you can straighten your elbows and lift your hips up. Try not to squeeze your glutes. Just focus on the action of lifting the hips up. Lifting the hips up. Good. Good. Breathing. Breathing. Lifting the hips up. Good. Breathing. Easy. Easy. Right there. I got you. I got you. There it is. Yeah, just like that. I know. Good. And then come down. And then roll your chin to your throat. And then walk your feet forward. Yeah. Good. Just like that. We'll just build the strength on that. You're good. Good. And then slowly come down. Chin to your throat. Walk your feet out long. Good. Yeah. I just lay here in Shavasana for a moment. few cycles of breath. Keep your legs just straight. We really engage the electrical systems of the body in a very vigorous way. So we just want to let things kind of recalibrate without any twisting or bending or kinking of the flow, should we say. So just kind of breathe here. Got a few more cycles of the breath. Good. And then act like you're going to go into Apanasana, bring your knees into the chest, but you're just going to bring your feet up into the sky. So you're not going to really come into the chest. You're just going to come into Jathrasana set or waterfall. Okay? Now we kind of prep this with our bridge variation this morning. So now what you're going to do is you're going to just kind of like let the feet fall over your head and your hips are going to come up. Good. And then you're going to put the weight on your shoulder blades. So you let your feet kind of, good. And then you're going to walk your palms to your middle back and your elbows are going to come together as much as you can. Walk your elbows in towards the center line of your mat. Good. And then you can stay in plow or you can come up into shoulder stand Sharvangasana. Any variations you feel so inclined here this morning. Just remember to keep the weight out of your neck on your shoulders. Shoulder stand, not neck stand. Good. And keep your navel tucked and your toes reaching tall. Good. Breathe. Aha. Breathe. Aha. And then when you're ready to release, gently bring your knees to your forehead, thigh bones to your chest. Good. Keep the weight in your shoulders. Then bring your palms down onto the floor. And then use your strong abdominal muscles and lower from shoulders to tailbone as you round your spine. Slow motion. Soles of the feet together, knees splay out. Again, Supta Baddha Konasana. Breathe. Yeah. And just stay here for a moment. Breathe easy. And gently bring the knees together again into the chest. Apanasana. Apanasana. Good. And then we're just going to come to a set here, Apanasana. Apanasana. Good. Breathe in. Breathe in. And then breathe go. Good. Again, deep breath in. And deep breath go. Good. And then bring your peace fingers into your big toes, happy baby. Option for straddle. You can let your legs straighten out to either side. And just breathe easy. Good. Just gonna rock side to side. And see if you can straighten your knees a little bit. Use your quadricep and breathe. Yeah, just breathe easy. Good. Deep breath in. Yeah, good. Hips relax. You got a Kate. Good. Breathe easy. Aha. See if you can straighten out. Maybe you got a breath. Use your quadriceps and just straighten. There you go. Good. Just like that. Yep. Yeah. Breathe easy. Yep. Just like that. Good. April's got it. Yep. And then gently bring your feet together. Bend your knees a little bit. Good. And then free your legs one at a time toward the back wall into Shavasana. Shavasana. Oh, sweet Shavasana. Good. And just breathe easy here. And give a moment to kind of tuck your shoulder blades under and your hips under. And just kind of start to draw your attention entirely inward. We essentially live in two worlds, both infinite and vast beyond comprehension. And we say two worlds, but really it's one world. But because of the soul, this perspective of reality that you experience, that I experience, is dos mundos, two worlds. So your attention is now drawn inward to this inner world, this inner verse. And the first thing you'll notice is this body that you find your life experience in. And notice the feet of this body, all the 10 toes and the ankles. And thank your feet for all the places that they take you. All of the legs, the ankles, the knees, the shins, the femur bones. Thank all the muscles. The legs that allow you to stand. You don't have to crawl from one place to the other. You can walk, you can run, you can skip. And then as well, the hips. Thank your hips. And all of the organs and the abdominal muscles that hold the organs in place. Where you take food and water and breath and transform it into life for this body. As well, all of the muscles in the back and the spine. Allow these muscles to take their natural condition of rest and ease. As well, the fingers and the arms, the elbows, the shoulders. And just notice where your shoulders are. If there's anything on your shoulders, just kind of let it break off. So your shoulders can rest and be light and free. And notice your heart space, soften the heart space. All the cervical spine and the neck. And the head, the mask, the lips, the jaw, the tongue, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the brow. And thank these spaces, all your senses here in the head, the brain, and allow them to soften as well, to just be. And the Shavasana is a beautiful posture because it's a posture that It's like emancipation. It's a releasing. A lot of times we're thinking about what we want to get, what we want to get, what we want to get, what we're going to do, what we're going to do. And this is about letting go, getting out of your own way. And find your breath here and breathe in one love and all the way go. And breathe in two love. And breathe in three love. And breathe in just love. Just love. And breathe go. And feel your breathing, feel the breath, and let go of everything else. We talked about in Friday's class the Tao Te Ching, doing, not doing. The dancer becomes a dance. The poetry writes itself. The game plays itself. And the meditation becomes the meditation. And the great Zen teacher Shinru Suzuki said, when you are you, the meditation is the meditation. In other words, when you let go of everything else, what is left is you. This is the meditation. To be in this presence all the time. Before you take your leave, just give yourself a few breaths on your right side and sit up in Sukhasana. Again, as always, thank you for giving your best this morning and for showing up. May peace keep you and serendipity meet you on your path. God bless you always. Until next time. Namaste.